I swear I'm trying to center myself, but I drift. I have a drift. I don't know how I drift underground, but I tend to drift to my left, your right. I don't know why. However, that said, you've laughed uncomfortably to Palm Swipes After, a dirty snowball of the latest episode of Mom Swipes Left, a podcast with two middle-aged women who befriend or defend until they who will befriend or defend until they float away into the night sky. This is episode 67 about MSL episode 206. I'm your host, Pomme de Terre. Enjoy. Carol has a grievance with long distance bills, calling Cranberry Electric. It is a bit of a throwback. I do remember, getting off the phone with my grandmother was always, oh, you should go. This is costing you a fortune. I don't even know what accent that was, because my grandmother was not from Maine. Was that even a Maine accent? And she didn't sound like a doddering old lady either. Never mind. They resolved that by doing FaceTime, which for some reason is free. Then they called Cranberry for the No Nut November report. Coming into the home stretch now. He's still in the running, as is Carol, although she's a little challenged. Cranberry had a rough week with his cats seemingly waking him up from a nice dream. Not going to go into all that. Carol's struggling. She can't even bathe for fear of an exciting touch. And Jen is no longer allowed to talk about her sexuality as a punishment. I don't know if I agree with that phrasing. I think the punishment is that you can no longer talk about having your way with yourself. Your sexual preferences are nobody's business but your own. A good portion of the episode was a very enjoyable conversation with Lorenzo Areola, who has a podcast whose name I missed, unfortunately, but he's very dry, mellow fellow. I did enjoy their conversation. It was nice for Jen to be in the presence of someone as gross as she is. Some kind of vindication for her steak ass that she found someone who would find scratching his ass and finding it smelled like crab rangoon appealing and worth tweeting to the world. Poor Jen. And then they played a game called Is This Funny? Which was somewhat reminiscent for me of an old game show from the 70s, I believe, called, that'd be the 1970s, called Make Me Laugh, where they had stand-ups come on and try to make the contestants laugh, sometimes right in their face. It was usually the funniest thing was watching the contestants contort themselves in order to not crack a smile or laugh. We learned during the Is This Funny game that cleft palates, cleft face is funny. Anorexia, no longer funny. Pedophilia, funny. the term dry hold. Funny. We learned that podiatrists are lower than chiropractors, but not as low as Reiki therapists or Reiki performers. What's the term for someone who, because you perform Reiki, I believe. We learned that Lorenzo likes porn blooper reels. Carol tends to deviate in her porn watching. Well, it sounds like it escalates, and I understand where she was going. That you kind of need a. I'm trying to equate it to drug addiction in a way. I don't know what the gateway porn is. Probably something like Sports Illustrated swimsuit edition. But Carol has devolved into watching sort of torture porn where alien tentacles go up your ass and out your mouth. Well, not hers, but whoever she's watching. Oh, I was supposed to start by saying cheese and crackers! You've landed something, because that was something that Lorenzo said, and I thought that was one of the funniest things, that for all the filth that's thrown around, that his go-to, what is that? It's not exactly profanity, but it's damn it, exclamation would be cheese and crackers. The MSL gift guide does feel too soon, but fun and helpful as usual. The taco holder butt plug. For some reason, Jen had a lot of trouble wrapping her head around this one. Yes, it's a butt plug with a taco holder at the end, and she seemed upset that it didn't do anything else. But what more does it need to do? Does it vibrate? She wanted to know. Yes, it vibrates. It's in your ass, and somebody is eating a taco out of your ass. In fact, depending on the sequence of events, you could get some special sauce on that taco, in which case you would be both eating a taco out of somebody's ass and felching. Yes, felching was the term you were trying to think of. Ralphing, I believe, is throwing up. Felching is sucking cum out of an asshole, or I think just about anywhere, but probably ass is most likely. Small correction: metatarsal is a toe, metacarpal is a finger. And you can remember that metatarsal is a toe because it has a T in the middle. Metatarsal for toe. Metacarpal for carpal tunnel syndrome. Just like stalactites with the C in the middle come down from the ceiling in the cave, and stalagmites come up from the ground. I don't think enough has been talked about the new show notes that are auto-generated by some kind of AI engine, and I wanted to point out a few funny interpretations of the gift guide items. There was a necklace with fried chicken on it that Jen, again, could not fully grasp, and the AI interpreted that as, I want it in scratch and sniff. Cranky woman is never satisfied. Darn tootin'. Later on, when Jen asked for help setting up her Christmas tree, the show notes reported single mom asks for help with Christmas tree. No one responds. That's your punishment, Jen. No one's going to help you hang your tree. I think that's what we got. How we doing? Oh my god, 10. Too long. It's always too long. But I never get to spend enough time with you. So enjoy the rest of your day. Bye bye.